from the Dallas On Air studios in Dallas, Texas. This is Just a Sec, the Geekly World News podcast here on DallasOnAir.com. Hey, thank you for tuning in to the show here on Sunday. My name is K-Zack. I am the guy who tweets knobs, tunes the dials, and basically is trying to wake these assholes up. Good morning! Vietnam. How are we doing? Let's start with, first of all, from the 937th best podcast on the internet and some North Texas beer thing, Kyle Candace.
What's up, my peeps? I am back, no longer South by Southwest or at Con. I'm here in person.
And we're all better for it.
Still humble bragging.
Adrian will argue.
From the Dallas Observer and 930 other shows that you're not watching here in Dallas, please welcome Danny Gallagher.
Hello.
Hey, Zombie Boy.
Yes, hi. And I would like to remind you that the Dallas Observer has a show coming up. Sorry, I'm making fun of your intro because you said the Dallas Observer and other shows.
Oh.
I'm an asshole this morning.
It's okay. I expect nothing less. But,
I'm good. How are you, Zach? We never ask how you are.
Drinking. I don't drink enough to do this show.
Why aren't you sharing?
We should. Yes.
And finally, a man so athletically gifted, a conversation with him burns 2,000 calories, the authority, Adrian Harry.
Hello.
Hi.
This is me pretending to be awake.
He can say his name.
Oh, and producing on the air, Box Office Mojo is down, so.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Okay. Well, we got a little time before.
Is that why the Dow dropped?
It's been down since yesterday. I checked yesterday, and it was
Okay.
down and still down.
It must be that Black Panther kicking all that ass.
Yeah.
And
That's definitely something.
Speaking of which, last night's SNL skit,
oh, my God.
Black Jeopardy with T'Challa
That was
was
so
freaking
funny.
awesome.
Can I just say on behalf of white people, we don't put raisins in potato salad. I've never heard of that. It's not out of the realm. No, that was the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Never mind, it was a cash page. It is up. We can do that.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, you're,
Okay,
you're
all
too-
right, cool.
Get some sleep.
He sleeps through
I
the show
forgot to
anyway.
refresh.
He sleeps through the show anyway. We're gonna have to hit refresh on the authority here.
How in the fuck did that movie? Anyway, go ahead.
Little teaser for you kids. All right, so happy Rusev Day.
Yes, it's WrestleMania Day.
Oh,
It
Today is
WrestleMania
WrestleMania
Day.
Day, so we will be talking WrestleMania stuff here later on. But let's go ahead and get to what you were watching this week. Kyle, what'd you watch?
Well, we announced it on the next issue, but Adrian and I have both been watching Krypton,
Yep.
which I highly recommend as a must-watch, whether or not a comic book fan or not.
Yeah. It's a pretty good show.
wait,
I
and this is
got-
a sci-fi series. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, finally.
It's a
they get
really
something.
well done sci-fi series.
No, I
That's
meant
the
the
thing.
channel, sorry.
And weirdly enough, another
Okay.
show I've been watching.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Another show I've been watching, just because out of curiosity, it's on Freeform, but it's one called Siren. It's about mermaids.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
I'm two and a
Is
half
it good?
episodes. I don't know if it's good or I'm just intrigued because in this first episode, you have one of the main sirens come up on land, basically get picked up by this guy in a car. He tries to accost her in the car. Next thing you see, the outside of the windshield, blood just spurts on the windshield, and he gets thrown out head first of the windshield. And it's like, okay, they went there. So yeah, it's got my only, again, like Krypton's only gonna be 10 episodes first season,
Yeah.
but it's not your typical teen show. So do you guys remember a show? I want to say it was in 2006 called Beneath, or it was basically it was dealt with these like lizard, like almost Loch Ness monster kind of creatures, and then basically
I just love that this is a show that's a preposition.
Yeah.
I'll have to find
No,
out.
no. I mean, that's
No,
kind
but-
of a joke that
No.
doesn't work, but also,
You basically find out that
but also kind of a clever.
mermaid. It takes place in this town in
concept.
British Columbia, and you find out later that mermaids basically had been slaughtered by human race, and there's still a race underneath, and they're very primitive, but yet very smart, almost in some ways smarter than humans. But they still have like the animal instinct, and so it's like, and the scenes of how they change back into the mermaids in the water is almost.
Oh,
this
okay.
is-
I was
this
like-
is more realistic than I thought you were ever to show on.
I was
something
like,
this,
how do they
so-
fight if they're mermaids? Like, and they're underground. That's
No, not
like-
underground. No.
They fight like Aquaman. Hey, we're in the water. Come here.
But they're
Come here.
But they're underground. That's
Well,
what I meant.
But the thing is,
That's
like
what I
to
didn't get.
them, anything and they're in the water, anything just for their nature is food. So
Oh.
they can see a human and go, "Oh, yum 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 yum," and eat them, not understanding that hey, we don't mean to kill you. It's just that's our nature. Like wolves in the wilderness are going to attack and eat. It's I don't know.
I'll check it out because I learned a long time ago because nothing is better down where it's wetter.
I'm sorry.
Because of our rating.
Take it from me.
Because he's tired, it makes it twice as funny. You know what I mean? Like,
That I brought up a fucking Little
no,
Mermaid reference.
just the way you said. If you couldn't, if you had energy and you said that, it wouldn't be funny.
Yeah.
Just the way you said it was so funny.
Oh, that was incredible. Danny, what are you watching this week?
I watched Ready Player One.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
You like it?
I saw that too.
You did.
Yes,
you
I
actually
enjoyed it.
Went to that movie.
Yep.
It was fun. You know, it's a
nerd's wet dream.
it's a big dumb nerd movie. No, I don't. I say dumb. I mean, it does have like I was surprised that it like makes you care about people in it because you think it's going to be like, you know, just like you think it's just going to be, hey, I remember that the movie. You think it's going to be Member Berries the movie? Maybe Chungy. Yeah. But no, it has a story, and I mean the book had a story, so
Did y'all read the book?
No.
yeah,
I'm in the process of reading it right now.
I liked it.
I love the book.
Yeah,
personally.
yeah.
I'm a big fan of it.
And the movie actually cuts through some of the stuff that the book kind of chums through because it's his first book, so I give him a lot of leeway. Ernest Klein,
Ernest
Ernie
Klein.
Klein, yeah.
Ernie Klein. Yeah, no, I enjoyed it. I mean, I took it with a friend who grew up in the '80s like me, and we were all just, you know,
Yeah, I
like,
remember that.
remember that. But it had some funny bits. It had a great cameo towards the end.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a cameo movie, but there's a bit that they
I'm
use.
gonna
I thought
throw
was
this
really
out
funny.
just because he's
Sure.
pretty much in the cast. It was pleasant to see Simon Pegg in the film.
Oh, I didn't mean him.
I didn't.
Oh,
but that
okay,
made me
okay.
think about it. Like,
But yeah, no, Simon Pegg was in it, which is a nice.
I was really happy.
a nice
with that.
surprise.
Yeah. It was just. Yeah.
It had heart. It had some depth,
Yeah.
and it had bits that worked, and you know, it was funny. And I highly recommend a game I've been playing, Mutant League Football,
Okay.
which is
Okay.
if you remember. I know you're a Genesis fan. You remember Mutant League Football,
Yes.
Mutant Football League.
Yeah.
So the guys that made that came back and were like, we want to do another one. And they're like, well, you can't call it Mutant Football League because that's too much like the NFL. So they came up with a brilliant idea of let's call it Mutant Football League. And it's basically football the way you wish it was played. So
Yeah.
you play it works like a real football game, which I love.
What's
you pick
it on?
plays. It's on everything, I think.
Yeah.
What are you playing
Sony Xbox One.
Okay. All right.
I believe it's on PS4, Xbox One, PC, or Steam, and I think that's it. But you pick plays like you would like a Madden football game, but the team is all monsters, and it's a direct. I mean, it's a direct thumb in the eye of the NFL. So like,
me.
the Green Bay Packers are the Green Bay Attackers, and their quarterback is Airborne Dodgers. And you pick dirty plays. You can pick a play where you pull out a chainsaw during an option run.
So you guys should like do damage to the.
Yes, you
Oh,
no,
thank
you can
God.
kill the other team if the other team runs out of quarterbacks.
Maybe a
they have
football game
to
I play.
forfeit the game. It's and the best touch of all is they hired Tim Kitzrow, Mr. NBA Jam himself, to be the play-by-play announcer.
Okay. So basically, this isn't XFL, the video game. This is actually something worth seeing.
Yes, it's very fun,
Okay.
and it's only $20.
Okay. Cool. All right, Adrian, what you watching this week besides? Because it was a gimme.
I actually came prepared and did notes because I knew I was going to be busy this weekend.
Bravo!
And I intentionally kept Magicians off there because I knew that was given.
Okay.
But yeah, season finale was this week. Final Space, still going well.
Yeah.
Atlanta season 3 is actually really good.
I need to watch that.
We've
I've
got
not
some
watched any of
Donald Glover
it.
stuff to discuss today.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Saw Tomb Raider.
How was it?
Mm.
I was entertained.
Okay, that's okay. So better
Actually-
or worse than the?
Oh, it has to be better.
Well,
No. I want to hear this from him.
I know why, but
it's probably it was a better plot.
Okay. Is it done better? Because I mean, I don't. I mean, the first time I saw the Angelina first one, I thought was okay, but it
Yeah.
could have been so much better.
Yeah, it could have both of those films could have been better. I liked it. I remember walking out of the theater thinking it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, and I never thought Alicia Vikander could pull that off.
Okay.
But she did a pretty good job.
yeah.
I saw Wrinkle in Time.
How is that? I mean,
God, it looked dense.
I'm getting a lot of shit from people because I've never heard the book until they did the trailer.
You deserve to get shit for that.
Yeah.
I mean, we just did next
can
next
I-
issue,
That
and you
was the
just
year
pulled
he
up.
had Mono.
Can I say how I heard of it? I'm going to sound like a dick. So I it was a required reading in my class.
You're right, yeah.
But in my elementary school class, but not my class because I was in the English gifted program.
See, even when I was in elementary, I never heard of it.
Yeah,
They never brought it
it's
to-
not every
Narnia was the
not
one
every
we read.
school book. Yeah, it's either Narnia or Wrinkle in
Yeah.
Time is the
we
one.
had to read both. Fell apart in the third act.
Okay.
It had me, and then you ever watch a movie and like you're into it, you're enjoying it, and then you get to the third
Oh,
act,
God,
and
yeah.
then you're like, okay.
Yeah,
And then
Ghostbusters.
you're like,
the
yeah.
new Ghostbusters was
Yes.
like that.
Oh,
and then you're
It
like,
takes itself way too seriously.
and then you're like, okay,
yeah,
and then you're back right there. and
yeah, yeah.
it's like-
I know exactly what you're
it just
talking
fell
about.
apart in the third act.
It's like, hurry up! I get it.
No, the one
I was
that,
having fun. Now hurry up.
Damn it! No, it was a
Go ahead. Sorry.
A Judd Apatow film actually did that to me. It was it was the one where Adam Sandler, the comedians were basically
Funny People.
Funny
Yeah.
feeling.
First two acts of that film I thought were great because it was almost like a documentary style on what the life of a thing. And then he gets better. Oh, now I'm going to try to reacquaint myself with my past loves. Like, why? You just fucked up the film right
Yeah,
at that
yeah.
act.
Yeah.
It was just I don't know.
So I actually got out to the movies this week, which I never do. I actually got out to two of them. I went to go see Pacific Rim 2.
That's what I was going to ask.
Pacific Rim 2, IMAX 3D.
How was it?
For me, it was enjoyable. I mean, if you
Yeah.
don't go in expecting anything but
Which you
kaiju
shouldn't.
fighting
Yeah.
giant robots, you're not going to be disappointed. I mean, it's not a great story. It's not a
So
great...
it's not as good as the first one?
It's better in ways in the fact that the combat's easier to follow on this one. The storyline isn't so convoluted and depressing. The colors are much brighter. It focuses
saw
on
that,
younger,
yeah.
It focuses on younger pilots.
Okay.
And John Boyega's, back to attack the block. John Boyega.
Well, not even that.
rather than-
Apparently, he was one of the producers. His company helped produce that movie. So
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
interested in that too.
it was a fun film.
Okay.
You don't necessarily need the IMAX boost on it, but it helps if you're a fan of the franchise because it is giant robots fighting. Charlie Day is terrific in it.
Yeah, he's good in everything.
Yeah.
He's just.
I've yet to see him do something I was like, I wish I hadn't watched that.
I really
But the-
enjoyed
That I can think of. I'm sure there's something I missed.
There's a caveat there though, because every movie that Charlie Day's in, they cast him as Charlie Day.
No, I get it, but
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
what
but
I'm going
he
to see.
But he delivers Charlie Day.
No, he
yeah.
delivers.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he's not. Has he? I don't think he's done like a role outside of
No.
No,
who he is yet.
No.
no.
I mean, his I can't remember his Sonny, his Philadelphia character name. I'm ashamed.
Oh,
Anyway,
yeah.
Yeah.
sorry, sorry, Charlie Day.
And yesterday I went to go see Isle of Dogs.
Oh,
was
I
it?
want to see
That's
that.
when I
yeah.
bought-
Yeah.
It's really
Yeah.
well done.
Oh my God.
It is Wes Anderson humor. If you hate Wes
No.
Anderson,
Yeah.
One of my favorite directors.
if you hate
And you
Wes
do.
Anderson, you're gonna hate.
I
it.
don't like it.
Oh, okay, okay.
You're gonna hate
Oh,
the film, but it's a really well done animated film.
Yeah.
The story is terrific.
I've almost been looking more forward to that film than Avengers. Just
Whoa.
but two different reasons. But I mean, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
please.
No,
yeah.
that's fair.
No, I'm
No.
just saying because Avengers is it's going to be the ultimate comic book. I'm hoping it's going to be the ultimate comic book team up film. But when I'm looking at like an actual film that I want to sit down and I actually have to listen, and think about Isle of the Dogs. I've almost been because I love all his
Yeah,
films.
yeah.
It's a very easily accessible film.
Good. Okay.
It really it's something you can take your kids to. And
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure about
No,
that.
it's absolutely
Okay.
it's absolutely clean. Any 10 to 12-year-old is going to get
Nice,
everything.
okay.
So is it 10 minutes long? Because that's how else. I don't know how else to get a kid to sit that long.
Give him a cell phone.
Yeah.
Let him watch on his cell phone. No, it's really a well done sit down film. It's playing at the Angelica this week, and I think it goes into. It's
also at Cinemark, too.
It goes into wide release this week.
No, it was already at Cinemark this past week.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
early
it's,
there.
yeah. It was
Nice.
a limited release, and I think it's going to wide release.
Yeah, no, that and Rampage are the two I'm really looking forward to. Just as films, I think are going to be.
I want to be sold on Rampage. I'm not quite.
Rampage
yet.
is going to be what I think Pacific Rim was for you. It's just you going in to see the giant monsters fight. The Rock is in there. It's just I'm going in understanding what the film's going to be.
I'm
I'm just so tied to the video game that I don't know if I can get past it. I can't.
They've done so many different versions that I've played that it's just like updated from the 90s and aughts, and it's just like take it. I mean, I wasn't a big fan of San Andreas, but I think this just because I think that line where he's like, "Of course the wolf has to fly," comes to the building,
Yeah.
grabs the wing, like
Right.
that has me right there.
Yeah.
It's going to be stupid schlock, but I mean, I'm willing to accept
Okay.
film
Okay.
All right.
I'll
So,
give it
yeah,
that.
okay, I'll buy that.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So let's go ahead and get into some Geek End Update. Hey, Danny.
Hey, me.
Please play you the theme music.
Hello, I'm Danny Gallagher, and I forgot to take my pills this morning. And this is your Geek End Update. Here's the latest news that all your more racist relatives will use to make Thanksgiving more awkward. Black Panther is setting new box office records. Director Ryan Coogler's critically acclaimed Marvel Comics film is expected to become the third highest grossing movie of all time, with more than $659.4 million in ticket sales, which is the previous third-place record holder set in 1997 by James Cameron's Titanic, the 3-hour lovey-dovey death fest that every late 90s high school senior had to endure if they even wanted a 1% chance of losing their virginity before they went to college. Fortunately, it's not expected to top the second-place finisher, which is James Cameron's Avatar, the 2009 film with the blue alien sex scenes that made you wish you'd never heard of James Cameron when you finally got laid 12 years later. Matt and Ross Duffer, the creators of the hit Netflix series Stranger Things, are being sued by filmmaker Charlie Kessler, who claims that the Duffer brothers stole his idea for a sci-fi drama from one of his short films. Kessler says the brothers' original title for the show, Mountac, shares its name with his short film released in 2012. Oh, snap! A title's all you've got? Come on, dude. OJ came up with more, and he definitely did it. I just wrote that. TMZ reported that a former businessman who worked with Marvel Comics legend Stan Lee actually stole vials of his blood and plans to fill pens with them so he can sell them to fans for the highest bidder. And considering what fans are willing to pay for a photo with Jeff Goldblum, the starting price for one of Lee's blood pens will be 3 of their oldest children and Tom Petty's soul. Avengers director Anthony and Joe Russo responded on Twitter to their fans that the full title for Avengers 4, quote, should scare them. That means the full title of the movie will be Avengers 4, directed by Zack Snyder.
I'm already afraid. Jesus.
That's perfect. I couldn't do better than that. Actor Mark Hamill said in an interview with Radio Times that he would be absolutely fine if Lucasfilm used a digital younger Luke Skywalker in one of their future films, just like they did with Carrie Fisher in Star Wars Rogue One. Hamill said, quote, "It's amazing to me that they can do these things on camera, and click here to skip this ad in 5, 4, 3, 2... Okay, what? It was either that or buffering, and nobody knows what that is. And finally, Oscar-winning writer and director Jordan Peele is producing a 4-part TV series for Amazon about the strange case of Lorena Bobbitt. Some possible titles for the show include The Big Wang Theory, 13 Reasons Why You Got Your Schlong Cut Off, and American Chopper.
We have a winner.
If I was Will Ferrell, I wouldn't have broke before that. Before that last one, I knew. I'm Danny Gallagher, and that was your weekend update, Geekend update.
Oh, thank you.
I've got one question for Danny.
Yes,
You were mentioning how Black Panther might become number 3 on the
It
list.
is number 3.
number.
No, but you
well,
said-
it's number 3 now. When I wrote it
But you
last
said
night.
number 2 was Avatar. What's number 1?
I forgot.
I thought Avatar was number 1.
Last Jedi.
Yeah,
Last
yeah.
Jedi
Last
took number
No,
1?
Force Awakens.
No, Force Awakens was number
Force
1. That's
Awakens
right.
is now the most. Is
Yeah.
number 1 on the.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't know that. Okay, all right. I didn't know they hit that.
Yeah,
Okay.
Force Awakens.
I believe it was like within a year.
Yeah, Force Awakens.
Most
1937.
money
Really?
made in a year.
Wow.
Or no, I'm sorry, it is all time. Yeah, Force Awakens was 1.
Yeah. Really?
Avatar's 2. Now Black Panther's 3. Titanic's 4. I think 5 is
5.
Avengers. Yeah.
5. Because it used to be number 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Adrian, you said you had some box office numbers for us, if you would.
Oh, yeah.
Please.
Refresh, Adrian.
Just did. I'm a step ahead of you.
Colonize.
Colonizer.
All right. We're doing top 5. Yeah, let's do top 5.
1.
Number 5, some bullshit I don't even know. I can only imagine. Oh, that's that.
Oh, that's that Dennis Quaid movie. He was just in town
that feel
promoting
good.
it. I think it's one of those religious,
Yeah,
not
the
like God is dead, but like the
Yeah.
the kid comes back and I've seen heaven.
Yeah.
Wasn't clearly a chemical imbalance. brought in.
$8.3 million Black Panther's still in the top 5 at number 4 at 8.4 million. I'm gonna call it by its real name. Cock Blockers is number 3 at 21.
That's the John Cena.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I want to see
it
this
comedy.
movie.
looks
I've heard good
looks
things.
friggin'
which I
hilarious.
heard was good.
Ready Player One in the second week dropped down to 25 million, and coming in first place, John Krasinski's directorial debut.
Yeah,
A
nice.
Quiet
A
Place.
Quiet Place.
Yeah, Quiet Place. Yeah.
Which is
Which one's that?
tearing up. What's that?
Which one's? I don't-
It's that horror movie with him and Emily Blunt.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Came in at 50 million even.
So yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
have you seen this? You've seen the previous?
Yeah,
one, right?
it looks good.
It looks good.
I won't lie.
I didn't know
intrigued.
Krasinski directed it until like 2 days ago.
Yeah, but he throws them mainly to Emily Blunt, who good actress.
Yeah.
So, all right.
I'm really interested in seeing, knowing the premise of it, and because when I went and saw Tomb Raider, they had a new trailer out and had an added scene where she's giving birth.
Oh,
She's giving birth.
Jesus.
Yeah, and has to be quiet.
Oh, wow.
And there's like you see this creature coming up behind her, like he can kind of because she's
Oh,
having
wait,
a hard
was
time.
she in the bathtub?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
hell.
Maybe
that's what that scene was. She's
Okay.
giving birth.
Okay.
because they've showed that scene, but I didn't
Yeah.
know that was a birth scene.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm not in for
Jesus.
full price, but I think I'm in. So,
Yeah,
all right.
I still need to go see Ready Player One.
All right. So coming out in the next 2 weeks, of course, Isle of Dogs does get its full wide release. Again, I do recommend it.
It's at Angelica now. I just passed
Yep.
by there.
Yep. Rampage comes out April 13th. Will we see The Rock tonight? By the way.
I doubt it.
I
don't
doubt
think-
it.
I don't
No, there was a story that he's not going to be there, but knowing,
They always plan something
They
like
always
that.
yeah.
plant that
No,
shit.
it seemed
I
like
honestly-
not knowing wrestling, but it seemed like they're.
I don't think we will. I mean, just because I'm
I'm betting with the new film he shows up. I'm betting that we get him.
Yeah.
I bet we
Good
get him
point,
and
good
Elias.
point.
I bet we get him in the Elias segment.
And now that I
Okay.
think of it, the year I went, there was people were saying that like, oh, I was reading he's not going to show up.
And he
Of course,
shows up-
he shows up with a fucking
smell
flamethrower. So this time he's going to show up with a nuclear warhead.
I still the
probably.
fact like my friend goes, why is he here? He's not going to wrestle. And he takes his
And then he-
outfit off, and he's
yeah.
like, he's going to wrestle. And he's like, oh fuck! I mean, all he does is the rock bottom to fucking Eric Rowan, and then it's over. It's like, well, fuck that.
And he'll destroy Elias too. All right. Blumhouse's Truth or Dare. It looks terrible.
It's like it's just outside of like another one of those like horror films. It's just it's gonna
Yeah,
have
it's-
like
it's
5
gonna make money,
sequels.
and-
It's
Yeah.
basically made for $5 million
Yeah.
and it'll make 15.
Yeah.
So, all right. Opening 420. I Feel Pretty. The Amy Schumer image comic.
No. Fuck no.
She's lost a lot of cred.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just
It doesn't look funny.
In terms of movie choices, she's
Well-
lost. Like Snapped was horrible.
Trainwreck was good.
Trainwreck was good, but then it was
Trainwreck
just
was
a
all her.
no, it was all her. But then she just does all these movies that are like, why?
Oh, that one with Goldie Hawn.
Yeah, there was Snapped,
Yeah.
and there was one more. I can't remember the name of it.
I liked her on her TV series on Comedy Central.
No, she's
Other than
funny,
that,
but it's just her movie choices after Trainwreck are like, what are you
Well,
thinking?
It's all the same ones.
Yeah.
It's all the same ones, and unfortunately for her, it's all that raunchy comedy that doesn't play well on movies. Like it plays well in her stand-up.
It played well in Trainwreck,
Yeah, but
but it wasn't all that.
no, it wasn't. And so that movie doesn't appeal to me at all.
I didn't even know about it.
And finally opening on 420, Super Troopers 2.
Yep.
Did y'all fund this one?
No, I'm broke.
Because I think Devin didn't he?
I'm sure he did.
I'm sure
yeah.
he did.
I mean, I'm gonna get crap for this, but I mean, the first one was okay. I just wasn't a big fan.
Oh,
of it.
you need to get out right now. You and Eric Vale, I will
I'm not
knife
hating
fight
it for
you.
liking it, but it just wasn't one of those films I jumped on the board like.
It
everybody
was the
else did.
first movie that the trailer made me laugh all the way through.
Yeah. Super Troopers 2 opening on 420. And speaking
I
of,
remember that
speaking of
moment.
things happening on 420,
Burned in my head.
Night Flight is coming back.
Really?
Yeah.
Night Flight is coming back on IFC.
Oh,
Okay.
I
I know
okay,
I know
cool.
we don't normally talk about TV in the segment, but
Mm.
Night Flight coming back on 420. Night Flight is the
Yeah, Night Flight was
just the
awesome.
coolest.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's
do
good.
check that out. Do check that out.
They've been on
IFC.
Facebook for a long time. And
Yeah.
Was it a YouTube?
It's a subscription service.
Okay.
You pay like $4 and you get like the whole thing.
Yeah, but wait, it's going to be on IFC. I mean, isn't I'm lost
IFC.
here. If it's
Yeah.
going to be on IFC, then what subscription are you having to pay? I mean, it's a cable.
No, the
you-
one
you-
now.
No,
No,
the
no,
Night
just-
Flight on-demand service.
Oh,
you
okay,
pay
okay.
$4 for, but if you
Right.
IFC is going to run, I
New
think
bit.
like
And
4
they ha-
episodes of Night
Got-
Flight.
okay.
Yeah, and they have
okay.
more.
Gotcha,
It's
okay.
the subscription is expanded from the show, I believe.
All right, Adrian, I think we have some sports to go over. Oh, wait, I'm
no,
sorry.
sorry,
The
that-
colonizer has to interrupt.
There's a producer in Dallas named Dallas Seminier. He's bringing back Puppet Master.
Yeah.
And Fangoria
Really?
is coming back as a print magazine.
Fangoria we already knew, but
Yeah, but no, Puppet Master.
You know where I read-
And he's doing all practical. He's doing all like he's not no special effects. Actual puppeteer. Like
stop motion.
yeah.
Okay.
That I just remember that remember that was like I could be behind this because I remember the whole Critters thing. I remember reading something else and it was like, yeah, that's coming back. I'm like, Puppet Master was actually a decent '80s franchise when it came to the, schlock, but it was
Direct to video Charles Band.
Yeah.
Stuff. So again, before that side eye gets him thrown out of the window.
This is why Danny's sitting in the middle.
All right, Adrian, give me some sports if you would.
My name's Adrian Harry. This is Sports Blitz. In the NHL, it's been a foregone conclusion that the Dallas Mavericks were not going to go to the playoffs. Now it's official that your Dallas Stars will not.
Hey, Adrian, SNL sucks.
Huh?
SNL sucks.
What?
Yeah, see, there we go. That's how you should breathe.
I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna stop being
Speak
your.
of some life here. Come on.
I'm gonna
boy.
stop. I'm gonna stop being your levy in a minute.
I was getting chuckled, you bitch. Listen.
That get more laugh.
You threw off his game. Damn it!
Turn my
You
headphones
don't interrupt the bit.
up. Turn them up.
Nobody interrupt. Sorry, go ahead. There was a bit.
Well, it's been a foregone conclusion that the Dallas Mavericks were not going to the playoffs. Now it's official that your Dallas Stars will not be in this year's Stanley Cup playoffs as well. The team has put up a good fight, but fell just short of getting the final wild card spot. Good luck next season. March Madness is come and gone, and we have two new national champions. On the women's side, Notre Dame hit a last-second three-pointer to defeat the Mississippi State Lady Bulldogs. This is the first championship in over 20 years for the Fighting Irish. On the men's side, the Villanova Wildcats beat the holy hell out of Michigan to win their second national championship in 3 years. The Wildcats capped off a truly dominant tournament run, outscoring their two Final Four opponents by almost 40 points.
And Loyola really took this thing.
Yeah, Loyola, they were the Cinderella story. They made it to the Final Four. I thought that Loyola would be a better match for Villanova, but Michigan got there, and so be it. The Masters is this weekend, and the great Tiger comeback may be put on hold. Tiger enters the day, and that is a blank spot, and I did not look it up. He's a few shots back, but no matter how this ends, it is always great to have Tiger back in the golf. 9 games into the new baseball season, and I'm calling it, our Rangers suck. I mean, I don't have enough alcohol to make it through this summer. They suck so bad. I don't get it. Meanwhile, the fucking Astros continue the winning ways, and I have to hear supposed Ranger fans cheer them on. Fuck my life. Wrestling, we've already talked about it. WrestleMania 2018. Oh, that was a typo. Is tonight in the Big Easy. 2 takeaways on this, other than AJ Styles. How do all the other douches in the organization have belts? And Ronda Rousey gets a main card match? Really? Oh, well.
What's wrong with that?
Huh?
What's wrong with that?
Oh, we got to get into this.
I'm sorry. No, yeah, I'm the wrestling nut here, so aside from Zach.
it's fake.
He's speechless.
Don't.
2
I'm
hours
seriously.
of sleep.
Stop poking the bear cage, man.
I had 2 fucking sentences left. 2 fucking sentences.
I'm kinda-
this segment.
Let him finish.
Oh, well, we'll be watching with a beta breath. If you see us, beer us. This is Adrian Harry, and it's been your Sports Blitz.
Are you gonna leave? Don't leave. You look like you're gonna. I can't tell if this is a bit or real now. No, it's cool. I love how you're committing to the bit. If this is a bit, then you're second fucking city, man.
It is art imitating life.
You're right. I'm just kidding.
Is it really ever imitating?
All right. Okay, so before we segue
God
into
damn.
things you should be freaking out over right now, I think Kyle and I are going to take this for a second because I definitely want to talk about tonight because of course this is for me and Kyle. This is our
I've had
Super
a
Bowl.
pot and a half.
This is our Super Bowl. This is our.
No, I get it.
This is our thing.
I know I keep going back to the one I went to, but I was like, I get it. No. I mean, it was like an education for me
and
because
you're
I didn't
right.
grow up with
A
wrestling.
lot of the complaints you had about that one is legit. I was there too, and so
Yeah.
I mean,
All right, so let's go over picks real quick tonight. You do have, of course, Ronda Rousey tag teaming with Kurt Angle
That's
against
one of the big
Triple
ones.
H
I'm really,
and Stephanie.
yeah. And don't roll your eyes. It's Ronda Rousey. Don't.
She's a name.
Have you seen her wrestle yet?
Yeah, I've been watching videos of her training and the performance.
Training.
She's actually.
Wait, so she hasn't actually wrestled
This
yet.
will be her first
She's
match.
just-
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
so
my
you can't.
problem.
You can't.
Go ahead.
Everybody,
Wow, they're
everybody
holding
has a
back.
first chance at a match on a pay-per-view.
Okay.
Okay,
And there are certain people they brought in I didn't think was going to be whatever work out.
Okay, well-
Braun Strowman for one. Braun Strowman I think is one of my favorites right now because they've actually worked
enough.
really well.
Fair enough. So it's a tag team match.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
Kurt Angle's her tag team partner?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So what I can akin to this in the IT world is when you first learn how to do tech support, you always have someone sit with you. That's what we're going to do now on live television on pay-per-view that I'm paying $50-something bucks
Yeah,
for.
but it's seeing Triple H and Stephanie get their asses beat. That's why I'm like,
9 on WWE Network. Yeah, Kurt Angle and Triple H are going to pick up the slack.
Yeah.
And
and it's going to be Kurt outside of his match with the the Shield. It's going to be him wrestling and at Survivor Series. It's him having a chance to
Right.
in the ring.
right, Kurt Angle could still go. Not as well as he used to, but Kurt Angle
but he
can still
still
go.
has it.
Triple H is going to pick up the slack on all this.
Well, it's like I'm going to change the gears to another match. It's the Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus Shane and Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, I got to go with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn on this one.
Yeah,
Even
but
though-
when
even
they
though it's Daniel Bryan's big comeback, Kevin Owens.
well, I'm just saying for somebody who had to retire about a year and a half ago, he hasn't lost a step. When he did his moves against him in the ring on SmackDown, I was like, he still got it.
He's still bumping, yeah.
Yeah.
AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura.
Shinsuke's gonna get it.
The internet crowd basically just wants this match.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
but I'm a little worried because AJ's been out injured, and so I don't know if he's going to have full games. That's why I'm a little worried about the match if it's going to have the full performance of what it could have been.
Yeah, I think that AJ can have a match with a broomstick and
True,
and,
yeah.
and lose a leg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's still going to have a great
Yeah.
match. Plus, Shinsuke can carry him.
This is
So-
and now of course we got the Brock and Roman, and I'm just like,
The winner is no one cares.
no one cares.
Basically, we know Brock's on his way out. We know they're going to have to put that title on Roman.
they would give the belt to Paul, and I'd be all happy about it.
I'd be happy if they gave the belt to Paul.
Is
quite
Brock's
frankly.
contract up
Yeah.
again?
Yeah, of course, but watch him come back in May, and he signed a new multi-million-dollar deal. I don't,
Yeah, I mean, basically, he's tired. I think he wants to go back to UFC. It's
if
just,
they will take him back, it's the issue. It's like I keep
Well, I
hearing-
mean, he'll finish out his year suspension and then they'll fight again. And because regardless, Brock is money.
yeah.
I mean, you love him or hate him, Brock is money.
Hate him? Okay.
Yeah. All right. So we did also want to segue kind of into a thing where, because Kyle and I, like I said, we're still huge wrestling fans. We want to kind of go back.
Don't get me wrong. I'm still a wrestling fan. I just don't dedicate as much time as I used to.
Yeah, well, I'm.
And
Yeah,
We're readers, thank you. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm not.
I have
That's
to
why I
love
dedicated
it.
time.
I'm kidding.
ourselves a reader.
yeah.
He's the biggest one. I don't want him kicking my ass.
I want to be a fucking Waffle House matches. All right. So we wanted to go back kind of because we've been watching WrestleMania since the beginning.
Yeah.
You had a couple favorite memories you want to bring.
Wait, so like Greco-Roman? We're talking BCE?
No,
beginning?
80. I think because I was telling you yesterday that I was off. I was growing up watching some of the stuff. So I saw the Undertaker make his first appearance. I saw
Yeah.
Flair come in and win the Royal Rumble. I saw Hogan, lose against the Ultimate Warrior. But that was like 89, 90, 91 is when I kind of saw it. Didn't watch it again until 2001. So my first Mania, really ever seen a Mania, was 2002. And then when I remember that, really, you could feel the intensity. It was basically icon versus icon. It was Hogan versus Rock,
Yeah.
and just them coming out. They hadn't thrown a punch yet. It was just they come out, they come to each other, they stare at each other, and the arena just erupts. There's like this intensity. You could feel. It's like holy fuck.
Right, because you're in Canada. I mean, this is Toronto, Canada, and it's a bizarro world at this point anyway. And you have Hogan, who just basically almost killed his run at WCW.
Yeah.
Comes back. This NWO storyline is failing, but you put him against The Rock, and this whole crowd just erupts, splits 50-50 down the middle, and it's the loudest pop you think you've ever heard. It was, and while the match was nothing great,
No,
Rock's carrying Hogan.
but you were invested.
electricity.
Yeah. The other match for that one that I thought was really good was because it was my first time ever actually officially seeing one was the Jericho versus Triple H in Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't. I'm sorry, that wasn't Hell. That was just a normal match. Hell in a Cell was a couple months. I'm sorry, I'm getting wrong memories.
Right.
But the year after, I think the highlight match was there were two things. One was the Jericho versus HBK match, which I think stole it at 2000.
Yeah.
And then Brock fucking up his fucking shooting star press.
Holy
You're
shit.
never gonna forget that. It's just head first into the mat.
Yeah. So for the guys who may not have seen it, basically he's in a match with Kurt Angle. Oh my God. He's doing this a move called a shooting star press, which is basically a backflip off the top rope onto your opponent, frog splashing. Brock used to do this.
I think I've seen
when he
this
was in
one.
developmental, and when he lands in the back of his neck.
I've seen this one
It's
because
the-
it's a
it's the
viral
most
clip. I didn't know that
sickening
was
thing
The
him.
match itself could have almost been tied with Jericho and Shawn, but when he did that, you just were like, well, that was your WrestleMania
Yeah.
moment.
He
Oh
was,
my
and I
God.
mean, he was out on his feet.
Yeah, and he still won, but he was like, yeah, I was on autopilot. I don't
What
remember what happened.
What kind of? Because I've seen that clip, but I didn't know that was him. What kind of injuries did he get?
No, he was fine. It
Wow,
was days,
because that's
He
like
w-
he
he was
folded like a
fine.
fucking accordion.
because he has no neck. That's what I'm saying. He had no neck to
Oh,
injury. He's
okay.
had such the traps and everything. He basically
Yeah.
had so much muscle. But he was out.
Because he landed face first on his back.
Oh my God.
It just,
I don't know how you do that, but
yeah,
he
it's
did
just
it.
one of those sickening things.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's up there with that UFC, that shattered splint, the shattered shin kick, where the guy's leg just turns to rubber.
Yep.
A couple other moments that I think were previous to as one that I went back and had to watch, and this is because I don't think WWE has had a great tag team run since the three were together. Basically, the ladder match at WrestleMania 16, and then the TLC at WrestleMania 17.
Yep, and-
Hardys, ENC, Dudleys.
Yeah, and watching Dudley's get inducted this week into the
That
Hall
was
of Fame.
I almost cried because you had the ENC inducting them, and then the Hardys came up. It's like, I mean, don't get me wrong. WWE's had a lot of great tag teams since, but they don't push the tag division. It's like,
No.
we had tag team here, and then let's see what two individuals we can put together to form a tag team.
Right, and I don't feel like the tag team matches this week are going to be
No.
anything big. So, all right, I want to throw in a couple here. Hogan versus Andre, WrestleMania 3. That is really just kind of like the iconic moment.
That's what pushed Hogan over. I mean,
Yeah.
him body slamming Andre.
and Andre getting over. By the way, has anyone seen the Andre documentary on HBO yet?
I've heard
No.
good things though.
No,
Yeah. It's a really it's a weirdly tragic story.
I'm getting burned out on
Documentaries?
on sports stories. They're becoming the new comic book movie for me. Like I know I'm gonna have to watch.
Maybe
the
he'll
Joker-
give comic books a chance again.
Yeah, no, I am. Like I'm like, well, let's see, Deadpool 2, and what else is coming out? Anyway, no, like the new Joe Paterno movie.
Yeah. That came
First of
out
all,
last night.
can Al Pacino like play someone who isn't like a tragic celebrity just once?
No.
Like I'm not saying he's going to do a bad job, but it's kind of like I miss the old screaming Scarface,
I will tell you this.
yelling out of the car window in heat.
What was that movie he
Pacino.
did that indie flick he did? Was it called Danny? Where he was the washed up singer? That was a really good movie. I really enjoyed that.
Nothing against Pacino. It's just kind of like, can we bring back the old one just once, one more time? No, I love one of my favorite movies that he ever did was the Jack. The Jack Kevorkian movie.
Yes.
You don't know Jack,
Yeah.
because it's a sad, tragic story and it's very dark, but
Yeah.
there's moments that are just hilarious because Kerouac. I keep wanting to say Kerouac, not Kevorkian. Kevorkian was just such a weird, creepy guy,
Yeah.
but he's trying to do this very noble thing. So he comes off as like he's trying to counsel this, or he's on the radio talking about why he's so passionate about it, and he's literally advising people how to commit suicide on this live radio show. It's the weirdest thing.
Guys, step out for a second because he has phone calls.
All right, let's talk about him.
All right. But yeah, let me get back into just a couple of other memories. I do want to say Hogan versus Warrior, which was the Icon versus Icon. One of those just great two hero moments where you get to see two of your icons battle it out. Ric Flair, his retirement match with HBK. Again, Flair is the icon.
He's a legend, yeah.
Flair is the legend, and watching one of his best friends actually have to retire him, watching that emotional moment where HBK says, "I'm sorry, I love you," then kicks him in the face. That's just love.
That's so Ric Flair.
Oh, colonizer!
Sorry, I know it's not my fault, but
It is your fault.
But
It is your fault.
No, it's all right. Go ahead.
Back out.
We had two fucking segments. Anyway.
get over it.
No. It's okay, Adrian. Now you can do your sports segment
Yeah. the way I wanted
the way
to
you
do it.
wanted to do it.
Not overproduced.
Oh my god!
You know you love me.
Two of my favorite moments: the great screw job. Yes,
Montreal screw job.
Montreal screw job.
Oh.
And I still have a problem putting this guy on any list, but when Benoit finally won the title,
Yeah.
it's
No, that one meant a huge amount to me because I was a Benoit fan.
yeah.
And just watching that moment, it was for every fan a huge moment.
And I can't remember if this was WrestleMania, but Undertaker and Rock and Sock Connection guy.
Mick Foley.
Yeah.
Mick Foley. Is that
Hell in a
Yeah.
Cell. It's not a WrestleMania moment, but it is a huge moment.
where you threw him off the top of the cell?
Yeah.
I thought that was WrestleMania. Okay.
Is that always the apex, like jumping off the cell? Because again, my only reference when Vince McMahon's son did that really scary jump off
Oh,
the
yeah.
cell.
Yeah, he's insane.
Okay,
Yeah, no, that
I didn't know if that was like always the apex of like.
it is basically kind of the big spot for anyone who is a wrestling fan.
Okay.
Because of it's such a dangerous spot. Watching it happen, just oh god, I'm scared.
Yeah. No. Totally.
Yeah. So, yeah. All right, we'll get off wrestling talk. Let's get
It's fine.
Let's get into other stuff that we're not that we should be freaking out over right now. First off, Indiana Jones 5 starting production next April
Uninterested.
in theaters July 20th.
Sorry. What was that? One more time.
Indiana Jones
Oh,
5.
yeah.
Uninterested.
You want to see 70-year-old Harrison?
Well, he basically wants to go out. He wants to, honestly, I think he's going to kill him.
Well, here's the deal. Okay.
No, he's going to pull a Han Solo.
I don't-
He's going to kill him.
I don't. Harrison Ford's an icon for a reason.
Yeah.
And I don't mind him having this going away tour. But if he wouldn't have spent the last 15 fucking years being a curmudgeon, he could have done this a long time ago when I was actually interested. I don't have
But
an
I
interest
think
in
that's what-
seeing 70-year-old Harrison
That's
Ford.
part of the iconography, and I'm not using the right term.
Yeah.
I'm trumping that word. I don't care.
Yeah.
That's part of what makes Harrison Ford an icon and what makes the character work.
Yeah.
Like the funniest moments. I know Temple of Doom is not the best one, but one of my favorite Indiana Jones moments is when he's in the chamber with the spikes and he's arguing through this tiny hole in the wall.
Yeah.
At what's her name, Kate Capshaw,
Yeah.
to put her hand in the mucky lever and pull do it now. Like that makes me laugh so hard.
At least you didn't say the fridge.
Yeah, and what was I gonna say? And I think that kind of plays to the character. Like I think Indiana Jones is kind of, he's not like a James Bond type. He's not like always suave and happy. Like he's
Right.
kind of bumbling. He's kind of, he's short tempered, obviously. But yeah, as I said, Crystal Skull. God, that took. I was in therapy for that. I had to wrestle with that because I wanted to like it. So I went out going, yeah, that was a good movie. And then it took me a year to realize, no, that was not a good movie. That's how much I liked.
Indiana Jones
Indiana
5.
Jones.
Yeah.
Kids, get off my lawn. Okay. So the Solo posters removing the guns from Solo, his hand. I guess a good blaster no longer gets to be by your side.
Aren't we over this now?
I don't think we didn't get to go
Okay.
over it yet.
If there's a concern about real guns,
Yeah.
like if there's if is that what's prompting this? Is
I
that
have to guess it is.
okay? They're laser guns.
Yeah.
We don't have laser guns yet. Like, I don't get the.
Yeah. I don't get it either.
I'm just gonna do a new segment called. Because I can't think of a joke for that. That's so stupid.
Yep. So
Unless it's a very clever marketing gimmick. Like they're bringing back the who shot first debate to kind of generate interest in the legend.
So who shot with
Maybe.
what? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe he used a banana. I don't know.
They're gonna edit it.
Maybe he
That's the Lucas edit. They're gonna edit bananas into his hands.
Or they're all walkie talkies. That's what.
I prefer bananas. All right.
Okay.
Rumor mill going around that Meryl Streep may replace Carrie Fisher in Star Wars Episode Can I get a feel on the room on this? Because this, I can't even.
I mean,
I-
yeah, I don't know how to feel about this.
I don't know how to feel about it.
Because if there's anybody you would pick to play it, it'd be her.
Right. I mean, she's
But-
she's played Carrie before.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Postcards
Yeah,
from the
that's right. That's right. So that would be a nice nod. That's what was bugging me about this. I was like, there's something about this I'm oddly okay with. But yeah, you don't want to see.
Yeah. I mean, if you're gonna get anyone, Meryl fucking Streep.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
still-
yeah.
It still carries a
I
replacement.
don't know. I'd have to give that time.
I can't do it. Carrie Fisher, Carrie Fisher's Prince Play. Now, if you have Meryl Streep as a totally different character, that's fine. But no.
Okay, I'll play devil's advocate.
I
So,
can't.
so by your logic, we can't have a solo movie because people don't Benjamin Button.
That's not, that's not the case.
That's-
because we're getting prequels. It's a totally different thing. We're going in the continuation. I don't.
Okay, Star Wars prequels. You're going to defend that? You're really gonna go down that road?
I'm just saying that we're getting.
I know I'm setting up a straw man, but it's a damn good one.
I'm not defending the prequels. I'm saying that you've got.
I'm just saying
for this.
if you're saying, well, you're not saying can't. You're just saying you don't prefer.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. I just feel like if you say that, even if you don't, you're not saying can't, but there is a crowd that says can't. And if you say that, then you set a precedent of, well, once somebody plays a character and they become an icon, nobody can play it.
It's hard. It's hard to say that with Carrie Fisher. I mean,